Shalom, and this is a continuation of our study that we're doing today on the how the rapture and redemption ties in together. You could actually say that the rapture is our redemption, and that's exactly what happens. It's redemption being completed, the redemption of our bodies, and as we've already discussed in our last two sessions, that once a person puts their faith and trust in the Messiah, the moment that the Spirit of Yahuwah, or the Spirit, the Ruach of our Creator, has been imparted to you and I, and the moment that you're born again, and that we have become partakers of the divine nature. Now, these terms, partakers of His divine nature, you'll find this in 2 Peter chapter 1. I believe verses 3 and 4 talks about this, but it talks about that a person that's been born again have become partakers of the divine nature. Divine mean our Creator, His nature. We partaken of His nature. You know, we were by nature children of wrath. You'll find that Ephesians chapter 2, Paul made reference to this, talking about the children of disobedience, talking about those outside the kingdom of Yahuwah, that they have the spirit of disobedience. And he also states that we were by nature children of wrath, even as others. You know, a sinner sins because he's a sinner. It's his nature to act like a sinner. A dog barks because that's his nature to act like a dog. Well, it's the nature of a sinner to act like a sinner. But we become partakers of the divine nature. And again, when the Scripture's talking about this, of course, it's talking about in the realm of the Spirit. We've partaken of His divine nature. Now, redemption is not complete until this body, this physical body, which is corruptible, has been redeemed and changed. That's what the rapture is all about, as Paul made reference to this in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 51 and 52, talking about that this corruptible body will be made incorruptible. Ephesians chapter 3 talks about that this vile body of ours shall be changed. Oh, that's wonderful. That at that moment you and I will never be capable of sin again, because at that point the redemption will be complete. We will be incapable of sin at that point, because we'll have the divine nature in us that's incapable of sin. And that's good news to know that. But we left off talking about the fact is that in Ephesians chapter 1 verse 10, Paul made reference that at the dispensation of the fullness of time, that means that Yahuwah has selected a particular time that He's going to gather together those that are in Messiah, those that have died before us, and those that are alive on the earth. See, that's why there has to be, the rapture has to take place. It's a certain event that Yahuwah has designated for our redemption to be complete, which will be the redemption of our bodies, and He has scheduled that to take place at a particular time. Now, this particular time that it will take place, like I stated on a number of videos, it will take place before Daniel's 70th week. And the reason for this is that Daniel's 70th week is all about Yasharel, Israel. It's not about the church. Paul made reference in Romans chapter 11 that until the fullness of the Gentiles come in, that then all of Yasharel shall be saved. Now again, he's talking about the remnant of Israel that shall be saved, because 2/3 of the Yahudim, or the Jews, will perish during this time of Jacob's trouble, or Israel's trouble. But there will be a remnant that will come to faith in the Messiah and put their faith and trust in Him, and then all of Yasharel shall be saved. But until the fullness of the Gentiles come in, which will be completed at the rapture, and then that's when Daniel's 70th week will begin, when Yahuwah's attention will totally turn back toward the Jewish people, or the Yahudim, the nation of Yasharel, and they will experience the time of their trouble. And one of the reasons for this is to bring them to a recognition of who the Messiah is. It will also be used to remove the sinners off the earth, so the natural kingdom of the Messiah can begin. All right, we'll pick this up in our next teaching session. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. And please share this video and the others with your friends. And until then, shalom.